obviously we know how Floyd, got to where he got. And again, he had a lot of rivalries and a lot of, right opponents to get him in the position. He decided to go from Pretty Boy to Money Mayweather, and that's what he wanted to do. From my position, obviously I want to maximize my potential and go as far as I can go and as high as I can go, but I'm not chasing fame. I get enough of that. I'm fine going places and everybody not knowing who I am. But there's not many places that I go all throughout the country where I'm not recognized. I have to move a certain kind of way to get in and out. I'm comfortable with what I have because it's never what I got in this sport to, I wasn't after the fame. I know that comes with it and there's a certain responsibility with that, and throughout the years you learn how to handle that. But, even more than like looking for fame, I'm excited about the platform being expanded and being able to reach and touch different kind of people. Youth, people my age, and even older people. That's what excites me. It's not really about being recognized, even though that comes with the territory.
Are you kind of surprised that it's not bigger? Because you're sponsored by Jordan, one of the biggest brands in the world. You've been in the movie Creed. You won a gold medal. Do you feel like you could be a little bigger, or do you feel like it's about right for you because you haven't fought as much in the last couple of years?
I mean, the question to me is like, how big is big? Like, and that's an honest question. I mean, that's like, how far are we talking? I'm asking, like, I don't know, because I get that question, but my thing is like, is it a certain amount of followers on Instagram? Is it a certain amount? I mean, I'm honestly trying, like, what is the barometer? Is Floyd the barometer? Is Pacquiao, like, what's the barometer to say, okay, now you're probably where you should be? I don't know.
I guess pay-per-view numbers and stuff like that, and people spending money to come see you and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the reality is who's doing pay-per-view numbers right now?
Yeah. And just Canelo, that's about it.
I mean, really, it's Floyd. I mean, numbers. And then you have Canelo, but outside of that, like, who's?
Canelo did 500 with Khan. 200 with.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, my question is these questions get asked and they're legitimate, but even when I think about them within myself, like, what's the barometer? Like, how do we? I get singled out sometimes, but if you look at the landscape, there's like one or two guys and there's everybody else. So I don't know where the barometer is to say, okay, now you're right where you should be, Ward. In terms of pay-per-view, like I know you gotta have the right dancing partner. Roy went through this for years. Got criticized for years, and he did what he was supposed to do. He fought who was in front of him, but you can't create rivalries. They gotta be there. And I went out of my way to create this situation with Kovalev, to create a pay-per-view. And irregardless of what people may believe, I tried with Golovkin. And I honestly feel like that fight should have happened before the Kovalev fight. That fight made the most sense. We were closest in weight. Why go up when there's a guy that's close? It didn't materialize. So I took the opportunity to go up. So I just take what I'm given, man. I try to make the best of it. And it's not about quantity with me, man. It's about quality. I'm not chasing Floyd numbers. That may never be duplicated again or for a very long time. But what's in my hand, am I making the best of it? The rivalries that I do have, what am I doing with that? The pay-per-views that I do have and am forced me to be a part of, how are those? So I think it's perspective, man. I think instead of, kind of looking at it like it's half empty, I just think, what has a fighter done and is he making the most of it? That's how I come up with that.